Hello, and welcome to the Fall 2021 semester at Middlesex Community College. I'm Steve Minkler, the college CEO. In today's edition of MxCC in the Loop, you'll hear about some changes both on and off campus since we last met. You'll meet a dozen new employees who have joined the MxCC family over the past few months. You'll hear about our fall enrollment and trends in our student body that we need to pay attention to in the coming year. You'll get an update on the college's accreditation self-study project. And of course, you'll hear about MxCC's continuing response to the COVID pandemic, what you'll need to know to stay safe and keep our students safe this semester. As the fall semester begins, it's time to remember one thing that remains constant for us as a college and as a community: our focus on students and student success. That commitment starts with our mission statement. Students are at the center of Middlesex Community College. By creating meaningful relationships with our diverse population of students, and by providing high-quality, affordable, and accessible educational experiences, Middlesex Community College helps students achieve their individual goals and become productive, engaged global citizens. This mission statement is what makes Middlesex stand out in the CSCU system. The relationships we build with each other and with our students bind us together. This fall, I begin my 10th full academic year as either your dean, president, or CEO. 10 years, where did that time go? It would take us hours to catalog all of the changes we've seen at Middlesex in the past decade. In fact, many of those changes will be documented in our NECHE Self-Study that you'll be hearing more about today and throughout the coming year. But here are a couple of fast facts to put the last 10 years into perspective. When I became your academic dean in January 2012, less than half of the full-time faculty were on our full-time faculty roster at that time, 17 out of 42. Corey Martell and I were the only managers who have been on the cabinet the entire time. Our Meriden Center was in a leased building that cost us $500,000 a year in overhead. Our first Red Moon Fall fundraiser was held that year, 2012. Public Act 1240, affecting developmental English and math, was not yet even passed by the legislature, never mind implemented. Many of our high school partners at that time dismissed Middlesex as a college of choice for their students. A parent once told me, "Why does our local high school tell our kids not to go to your college?" In the 2012-13 catalog, we did not yet offer the following degree programs: computer engineering technology, computer information technology, digital media production, healthcare administration, health information management, manufacturing engineering technology, veterinary technology, and the 21 CSCU transfer pathway programs. So that's 28 new degree programs in all. And of course, 10 years ago, nobody was talking about merging the 12 community colleges into a single statewide institution. I mention these few things to point out that change is constant in our environment, whether we want it or like it or not. But we as Middlesex will adapt and move forward. The entire cabinet team is committed to ensuring we have an environment at MxCC that allows you to do your best work, that is open, transparent, and provides multiple ways to communicate with each other, and an environment that respects the work of everyone on campus, whether they're the fabulous maintenance crew who have been here every single day since the pandemic started, the security staff, the faculty, business office staff, the enrollment staff, and even the cabinet. With that in mind, let's welcome the new employees who've joined Middlesex Community College since our last convocation. A couple weeks ago, Corey Martell put a call out to have these folks do selfie videos, and we'll share some of those with you now. And those of you who didn't have time to submit them, your homework is to introduce yourself to everybody on campus. Here we go.
I'm Clara Koplowitz. I'm the project coordinator for the Gear Up program between Middlesex Community College and Meriden Public Schools. Fun fact about myself, I try to read 100 books a year, so if you have any great book recommendations, please send them to me.
Hi, my name is Julian Holzer. I am the continuing education aide. I have worked at this college for over 8 years as a tutor and most recently in the advising office, helping out with placement testing. A fun fact about me is that I crochet and I made this.
Hi, my name is Lynn Alexander, and I'm a new Guided Pathways Advisor 1. I'm going to be working with human services, social work, therapeutic recreation, psychology studies, and undecided honors.
Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca Beltran. I am one of the new GPA 1s here at Middlesex. I am going to be working with our Arts and Communication Studies students. We're really looking forward to getting to know you all and working with you.
Hi, my name is Evelyn Garcia. I'm one of the new Guided Pathway Advisors for Education, History, Languages, and the Overflow for General Studies.
Hi, my name is Akia Brown-Welch, and I am the Guided Pathways Advisor for the Computer, Engineering, Software, and Manufacturing programs. I'm so excited to work with you all, and I'm thrilled to be in the position.
Hello, my name is Anton Pettiford. I am a new Guided Pathways Advisor here at Middlesex. I'll be advising students in the criminal justice programs, criminology, sociology, political science, and geography.
Hello everyone, I'm Patrick Verno. I'm one of our Guided Pathway Advisors too here at Middlesex. I'll be working with our English and math students. So if you're in the English or math programs, I'm going to be your advisor for this upcoming period of time until you graduate. Additionally, in my Advisor 2 role, I also work with programming and some administrative advising initiatives that we have throughout the office. So if you have any questions, come on by and see your advisor or see me and we'll help you out. Good luck.
Hi, my name is Yara Salinka. I am an academic advisor in advising and retention, working with students in the VETTech program, ODD, in health information management. I am working with Elizabeth in room 131A. Come visit.
Hi, my name is Hunter Taché. I was previously in Enrollment Services, and now I am one of the new GPA 1s. I'm going to be working closely with all of the business students in all of the different programs, and I look forward to continue working with everyone.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. I'm Jordan Virgo, one of the Guided Pathways Advisor here at Middlesex Community College, and I advise the biology students, chemistry, biochem, biotechnology, physics, pretty much all the strong science students. So if you are looking to try and be a chemist someday, come hit me up, come find me. We're in room 131. Nice meeting you.
Hi everyone. My name is Sarah Leone. I am one of the new hires in the math department. I've been teaching at Middlesex for about 16 years now, alternating between part-time and full-time. So I'm so excited to see so many familiar faces and work with everyone again and to meet all the people that have been hired since the last time I was full-time. So for my fun fact today, as soon as I'm asked for a fun fact, I feel like I turn into the most boring person in the world. So I don't have anything super fun for you, but what I have is I decided to see how many scarves I own. I have an obsession with scarves. And so I own 32 scarves. So now every time you see me, you're gonna probably notice I have a scarf on. I don't have one on today because it's 90 degrees and that would just be silly. And even more fun fact is when I thought of how many scarves I had, 32 kept popping in my head, and that was exactly how many I counted. So maybe my other fun fact is I'm really good at estimating. I don't know. But anyway, let's have a great year, and I look forward to working with all of you. Bye.
Hi, I'm Michelle Furman, the Director of Workforce Development and Non-Credit Programs. I'm looking forward to bringing new programs to the campus and revitalizing some old ones. Fun fact about me is I like to do micromosaics in seashells.
Welcome, everybody. Shortly after becoming your CEO in May 2017, I began using my mantra of working together as one team. It's true that our definition of team is changing as the structure of the merged Connecticut State Community College is being built around us. But those relationships we formed and continue to form have allowed us to keep moving forward, to continue serving our students and our community, to continue working in the MxCC way. So with that in mind, instead of this presentation being the Steve Show, I'll be introducing members of the MxCC team to each give you brief updates from their various areas. First up is our Dean of Administration, Kim Hogan. Kim, thanks for being here today.
Thanks, Steve. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the fall 2021, a new academic year, and we're all back together. A round of applause, please, for all it has taken to getting us to this point. Yes, Steve, it's been a very long time since we've been back on campus, and yet here we are in the studio. Don't get me wrong, I love being down here with our media friends, but are we really still wearing masks and socially distancing on campus? I, for one, thought we would be in a different place than we actually are right now. I remember standing with my favorite Long Island Sound setting behind me, saying we find ourselves in a time like no other. And now, from the lower level of Chapman Hall, I say we're still in a time like no other. Yes, we continue to have a mask mandate on campus. Yes, we will social distance wherever possible. And yes, the coronavirus webpage on our website should remain a prominent bookmark for everyone to refer to. There's a separate video to watch that I prepared for the full campus to include our students called What to Expect When Coming Back on Campus, COVID Edition 2. It's an update of what was put out last fall. Take a look at it, see if you have any questions, and reach out to me through either email or give me a call, and I'll be happy to triage any concerns with you. All of these reports are as of the time that they were recorded. It's really important to follow up on the website for the most up-to-date information. You probably already noted one of our changes that will continue throughout this academic year, which is the sentry guards located at the entrances to each building. The guards will be scanning the college ID cards of each person as they arrive and as they depart. If you've lost your identification card or if you've never had one, it's time to get it. Visit the College Information Center in Founders Hall to get this taken care of as soon as possible. Our COVID concerns have now morphed into two categories: those that are vaccinated and those that have not yet been vaccinated. It's very important to emphasize that the only people on campus that are authorized to ask students if they are vaccinated are me, CEO Minkler, Dean Bontatibus, and Dean Hanson. Faculty and staff should not approach our students to see if they're vaccinated, and under no circumstances should masks be taken off in classrooms, regardless of vaccination status. At one point, we were able to unmask in a small group setting with vaccinated individuals, but that is no longer the case. Masks are to be worn in all indoor spaces on campus. If you're the sole person in an office, you may take the mask off, but if someone comes in, you have to put it back on. For those in studios and labs, masks must be worn. If you desire the additional protection of a shield for close working conditions, please let me know. Shields don't replace masks. Masks do not need to be worn outside unless you're unable to distance and find yourself in a group of people. Contact tracing is still necessary, so test reporting is still being collected through the link on the coronavirus page. As of right now, travel is not being recorded unless it's for scheduled work-related trips. Quarantine rules will be in place for positive cases as well as for those with known exposures. Our Board of Regents office is in the process of hiring a vendor that will be doing COVID testing on the community college campuses for those that are not vaccinated on a weekly basis. The details of how this is going to roll out has not been fully ironed out at the time of this recording. As I stated earlier, things have proven to change often, and sometimes we have to move quickly. Please do not change the modality of any of your classes without the approval of Dean Bontatibus or CEO Minkler. Our students have selected their classes based on the modalities that we published. We will do our best to maintain the schedule in the intended manner that it was posted. Thank you for your continued commitment to our students and to each other to keep us as safe as possible. I'm happy to let you know that our Mom's Kitchen cafeteria service is back. Please stop by and see Helen and Steve for a coffee, some tater tots, or whatever other item you crave since they've last been here. Their hours are 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday. Mask removal while eating in the cafeteria is permitted. Please either eat in the cafeteria, outside, or in a private area. One last thing to touch upon today during my time is we know consolidation is moving ahead, in some areas faster than others. There have been many blurred lines of reporting. Straight lines are now curved, split, or dotted. But one thing has not changed regardless of those lines, and that is the commitment of our management team, or the cabinet as we are now referred. We're all here to support, guide, and lead our campus. Please do not hesitate to bring local issues to our attention, particularly if they have the potential to be of a security concern. If you see something, say something. We have not wavered from or changed that policy at all. Please remember that all of us play a significant part in keeping our campus safe and making it a place that we're all proud of. Welcome to all the new faces, and I look forward to catching up with those of you that have not yet seen. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Kim, for that update. After this short break, more of MxCC in the Loop. Stay tuned.
My classes at Middlesex Community College have been mostly online, though partially on campus. I've really enjoyed them. The teachers have been very accommodating to students. It's a safe place, it's a safe environment. They're making sure that everyone's wearing masks. It's been really nice to have the online experience as well as the on-ground experience. And chase your dreams, don't let the pandemic stop you from wanting to do what you want to do, whether it be filmmaking or anything else.
Action.
Feel like the pandemic put your life on hold? In times of uncertainty, Middlesex Community College is your way forward. With several degree, transfer, and career path options, your goals are not on hold. Stay close to home. Save thousands on tuition. Discover a classroom as unique as you. At MxCC, you'll receive a high-quality and affordable education with flexible scheduling. Find the perfect path at Middlesex. MxCC is your way forward. Register now.
Welcome back to MxCC in the Loop, our Fall 2021 Convocation video. With our next update, here is our Associate Dean of Student Affairs, Dr. Sara Hanson.
Thanks, Steve. Hi, everyone. I would like to take this moment to provide all of you with some updates about student affairs. But before I do that, I must take a moment to thank everyone for all you have done so far this year. I know the adjustment to coming back to campus has not been easy, but you have all shown up for our students, and that is what makes MxCC great. Our campus and all of your challenging work has been highlighted amongst our peers across the state. You continue to put our students first, and your efforts are recognized. Thank you for all that you do. The Student Affairs team is excited to welcome students and all of you back to campus. Our team consists of career services, disability services, student activities, and veteran services. We also have strong working relationships with the Magic Food Bus and the Listening Lounge, and are continuing to bring new partners and services to the group that will aid and assist our students. The Student Affairs team also collaborates daily with our EMSA and other shared services partners, and the strong lines of communication that have always been in place will continue. My goal is to help students find and access the resources they need easily and effectively, no matter where those resources reside on campus. Our team has worked hard to plan a host of events for our students that will be delivered both on campus and virtually in the fall semester. Please check the events calendar on the website for dates and times, and know that we are adding new events each and every week. We appreciate any support you can give us by encouraging your students to attend. As students begin to come back to campus, I know there will be some apprehension and a period of adjustment. As Kim mentioned earlier, all students will be expected to follow COVID protocols. Before returning to campus, all students must also complete a self-attestation form regarding their vaccine status. Students will see the form once they access their MyComnet portal, and they must complete the form before they can access their information. If students have any questions regarding vaccine waivers, please send them in my direction. On that same note, please remember to utilize the Student Conduct Incident Form to report any student conduct concerns. These concerns can range from academic dishonesty, violation of COVID protocols, and behavioral issues. We also have a Person of Concern electronic form on the Behavioral Intervention Team webpage. Please use this form to report any concerns you might have about a student's well-being, and we can make sure to get them connected to resources that can help. I know there's so many forms. I get it, but the forms really do help us to track the information and to improve our processes. Lastly, and on a more serious note, we know that our students have been through a lot over the last year and a half. Many of us have forgotten what a normal life looks like, and it's going to take some time for everyone to reassimilate. If you notice a student struggling and are not sure what to do, please never hesitate to stop by or send me an email. I am happy to be the single point of contact for student resources, and I am trying to make the process of connecting a student to resources easier. And while many of the reporting lines have blurred and changed, as my fellow cabinet members have mentioned before, I do want to reiterate that we are always here to help. We try to do the best we can when communicating with our teams, our colleagues, and our students, but we know communicating is not always easy. I am happy to attend any meeting to dive deeper into some of the plans and processes we have in place to assist our students at any time. I could not be prouder of the people I get to work with every day, and I admire all of the work everyone does each and every day. I can't wait to see you all again around campus.
Thank you, Sarah. Now, with an update from the world of academic affairs, is our Interim Dean of Academic and Student Affairs, Dr. Donna Bontatibus.
Thank you, Steve. Welcome to the 2021-22 academic year. We are looking forward to a positive year at MxCC. Much work goes on behind the scenes to ensure that the new academic year starts on a positive note. As many of you have seen from the enrollment analysis reports, MxCC really shines among the community colleges. There is a reason why we as a college shine. This is due to the collaborative effort of everyone to keep MxCC moving forward on behalf of our students. We do have a few updates from academic affairs. We are now located in Wheaton Hall, second floor. Here you will see me, Linda, and Sarah Perez. We've had a few visitors in recent weeks, and we welcome seeing all of you in the upcoming weeks as the semester starts, even at the open house on August 25. We are also pleased that Shelley Figueroa is working with us on behalf of academic affairs. We also would like to welcome Sarah Leone and Aja Shabana, our two full-time math faculty, and we also would like to welcome John Penor, who will serve as an interim in English for this upcoming academic year. Due to the retirements over the summer, there will be a few faces that you won't see in Wheaton and Snow Hall. However, there is a search going on for a new secretary. In the meantime, we are tapping into our creativity to manage those workloads. In the upcoming weeks, at different meetings and assemblies, we will continue to provide updates on all that's happening at MxCC. Thank you, and have a great start to your semester.
Thank you, Donna. So let's not forget that even though our main campus of Middlesex Community College is here in Middletown, we have a number of off-site locations where students work and learn. Primarily, we have our Meriden Center located at Platt High School. And here, with an update from MxCC at Platt, is Carolyn Innocenzi.
Welcome to our new faculty, and welcome back to our returning faculty. For those of you that don't know me already, my name is Carolyn Innocenzi, and I am the evening coordinator and administrator of Middlesex Community College at Platt in Meriden. 6 years ago, Platt High School finished renovating their building to offer state-of-the-art modern facility to their students. It's hard to believe, but 5 years ago, this academic year, our college partnered with the Meriden Public School System to offer our courses to the Meriden community as well as the surrounding communities. We are open 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 2:30 in the afternoon to 8 o'clock at night, and we offer a variety of classes such as English, math, history, art, music, public speaking, criminal justice, sociology, psychology, human services, and early childhood education, just to name a few. I invite all of you to come to the Platt campus and see me, and also consider teaching at Platt. I wish you a successful academic semester teaching our students.
Thanks, Carolyn. All summer long, we've been monitoring our enrollment situation very closely, and actually things have been looking really good all summer. To talk about some trends that we've been noticing over the summer, here's our Dean of Institutional Effectiveness, Dr. David England.
Thank you, Steve. Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon or good evening. It's my pleasure today to give you an overview of our fall 2021 enrollment journey these past 5 months. I should mention that it's been a week since we recorded this, so the figures I'm going to share are a week old and have likely changed somewhat. I do believe, however, that I can give you an idea of where we're headed. As mentioned earlier, we've been much more aggressive this year than ever before in contacting continuing students from last year and applicants for this fall. Paul and I have been generating contact lists weekly, and the marketing, enrollment services, and student affairs staff, as well as a number of program coordinators, have been relentless in contacting these students. As a result, while we started significantly behind fall 2020 and fall 2019 in our week-to-week analysis, we quickly made up those deficits and saw until a couple of weeks ago increases over both those previous semesters. It is possible that because of our aggressive outreach efforts, students may be registering earlier than normal for this semester. While that may slow our momentum during these last couple of weeks. It may also have positive results since research shows that the earlier students register, the more likely they are to be successful. We are, however, still running ahead of where we were in fall 2020, while most of our sister colleges are experiencing enrollment declines. Let's look at the week-to-week enrollment trend line. The red line indicates the fall 2019 trend line, orange, fall 2020, and yellow, fall 2021. As you can see, week 1, back in March, we were below both previous fall semesters. In week 5, we started posting better numbers than fall 2020, and we basically continued that trajectory. In week 14, we forged ahead of fall 2019 and continued to do so through week 18. After week 20, we were still up over fall 2020 by 8.1%, but are now down 8.5% compared to fall 2019. However, because of an increase in full-time students, we're only down 4.9% in FTE compared to fall 2019. Let's take a look at some of the groups that have enrollment increases. Our new students are up significantly over both previous semesters, about 22%. Our full-time students are also up, albeit only slightly over fall 2019. One factor that is driving these increases, in addition to the aggressive outreach, is likely the PAC program, which, for those who don't know, is the statewide program that provides free community college tuition for recent graduates of Connecticut high schools who enroll full-time. Last year, we had 251 PAC students. This year, we have 353. PAC students are required to apply for financial aid, and interestingly, 60% qualified for financial aid. Those students did not need tuition funds from the state, but did receive a $250 stipend. Also trending upward in enrollment are Hispanic and female students, up 25.7% and 6.8% over fall 2020, respectively. Students less than 20 years old are significantly up, over 30% from fall 2020 levels, and 20% over fall 2019. We're also significantly up in health career students as well as in those enrolling for humanities and creative arts programs. Now let's take a look at where we have enrollment challenges. Our continuing students, that is students who started with us in previous semesters, are significantly down, 15.4% from fall 2019, while slightly up from fall 2020. This statistic demonstrates how important retention is to our enrollment. If we could just have held flat enrollment in these students, we'd be up overall from fall 2019. Only 49.7% of our spring 2021 degree-seeking students have registered for fall 2021. Maintaining enrollment levels in male and African American students is also a challenge. From fall 2019, we're down 18.3% in male students and 11.2% in African American students. And as you can see, we're also down significantly from both fall 2019 and fall 2020 in students aged 20 to 34. Those of you teaching and working on campus should notice that your students will be younger this year. 39% of new student course enrollments are in our traditional on-campus classes, with 35% of those students under 20 years of age, while continuing and transfer students enrolled on-campus classes at significantly lower rate, 25% and 21.4% respectively. As would be expected from those numbers, the opposite is true of online classes, preferred by continuing transfer and older students at 55 to 60%. That's it for now. I hope you all have a highly productive and successful semester.
Thanks, David. And here with an almost up-to-the-minute update with our general enrollment trends is our Interim Director of Enrollment Management, Dr. Samantha Plourd.
Good morning, everyone. Samantha Plourd here, giving you our enrollment report for the summer. We've been working really hard over here in enrollment management for the past 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and I'd like to give you a little bit of an update. Number one, and most importantly, our enrollment team is not just one office. It's a accumulation of all the different offices that have been working really hard this summer. We have financial aid, advising, we have academic side with Dean Bontatibus and Sarah Perez, we have Sara Hanson, we have the marketing team, business office, admissions, and a whole bunch of faculty that have been working really hard this summer to help increase our enrollment numbers. We have seen a lot of positives this summer. One, we have cleaned up a lot of our processes and made a lot of things streamlined for our students. So transcript evaluations, students applying online, getting our applications processed, and our supplemental items have all been very streamlined. Our registration process has been streamlined as well, both on campus, we are back on campus doing registration events, and our virtual components as well. We have actually also done a lot of collaborative training across campus enrollment offices to make sure that when a student comes, they can get help from A to Z without really having to leave our office, which has really helped a lot of our students. We have also seen a little bit of challenges, a couple of challenges along the way. We've seen a little bit of a culture shift. Not quite sure if it's a positive or a negative or a challenge or a positive, but a lot of our students, because of the PACT program, the Pledge to Advance Connecticut program, a lot of our students are registering early. So we saw a nice spike in our numbers leading up to July 15th. And then after that, because we get a lot of our students earlier, we saw a little bit of a dip in our numbers. We are also seeing a lot of younger students. So we are working really hard we are hoping to work really hard this year to keep them here. I'm looking forward to working with Janet and Sarah to try to do what we can to keep our students engaged while they're here on campus, and work with the GPAs, the Guided Pathway Advisors, on retaining these students. We have seen a little bit of a brick wall when it has come to continuing students, and that has actually been all along this whole enrollment period. We have not once in all the times that we've been up, we really have not been up in our continuing students. We've come close, and then we actually kind of dropped a little bit with our continuing students. So we've heard some things from students, whether it's they're sick of online, they're sick of going to school, they're still worried about the pandemic, they're really kind of sick of the unknown. So we're working with, I'm really looking forward to working with Dean Bontatibus and Sarah Perez on identifying some schedule issues and kind of work with those students to see what we can do to help these students come on back. Just a couple of other things about our goals for the year. We were hoping to meet our fall of 2019 numbers. We were actually quite on track to match those. Unfortunately, the last couple of weeks we have dropped a little bit with that culture shift of the students registering earlier. And now we are a little bit more on track with our fall of 2020 numbers, which is fine. We are still working with specific groups such as the prison education group, the high school partnership, and the free seats group, so we should see a little bit more registrations coming this week.
Our final story here on MxCC in the Loop is an update about the process to complete our self-study in time for our NECHE accreditation site visit. The site visit actually happens next October, but our self-study report is due in draft form to the Commission in April. Leading that effort is Professor Terry McNulty from the English department. Terry, what's going on with the self-study?
Hey everybody, long time no see. For those who don't know me, my name is Terry McNulty. I'm a professor of English here at Middlesex Community College, but I'm not here today to speak to you on behalf of the English department. Instead, I'm here to speak with you on behalf of the NECHE Steering Committee and the NECHE subcommittees. NECHE is a brand new acronym for our accrediting body, formerly known as NEASC, and we are accredited every 10 years. And believe it or not, we have a site visit from the NECHE site visit team for our accreditation coming up in fall of 2022. And that means that this year, academic year 21-22, is the year in which we have to write our accreditation report, our NECHE report. So I just want to speak with you briefly sort of about the process that we're going to follow and invite you to get involved in telling the story of the last 10 years here at MxCC. We are going to roll out individual chapters of the as yet unwritten NECHE report through governance. So beginning in September, I believe, through the governance process at your given governance meeting, at your given assembly, you'll get a chapter, or maybe even 2 chapters, of the NECHE report to review. And we hope that you'll read through those chapters and provide us with some substantive and concrete feedback as to what we can do to improve what we've written. At the end of the fall semester, we'll take all of the feedback that you've given us and we will listen and we will apply it as best as we can to what we've written. And then we'll roll out another draft of the whole report to you sometime in the middle of the spring semester. And you can review that whole draft and you can, at that time, provide more feedback to us before we sort of reshape that draft and send it off to the NECHE team for an initial review. So things are going to come fast and furious, and you're going to hear a lot about NECHE, and it's just sort of going to be a constant of this academic year because it's a project that needs to be accomplished. And I think it's really important that we get as many voices into this work as possible, that we be as inclusive as possible in telling the story of what we've all done, of our work for the last 10 years. We have a lot of different people working on this project, but I'm sure we've done so much in 10 years, right? There's still things we're going to miss. And certainly my vantage point from Snow 520 provides me a very, very narrow view. I know the work that's happened on the second floor of Snow Hall, right, in the last 10 years, but I don't know really what's been going on the second floor of Wheaton or in the basement of Chapman, or you name it. So the more voices we can have involved in shaping the report that we're going to draft, the better off that we'll be. Now, I know a lot of you are probably thinking the same thing that I'm thinking, like, what's the point, McNulty? Like, why are we even doing this? If we're going to be subsumed into a new organization, if we're going to become part of a one college in 2023, then why are we doing this? And I mean, I can give you a really short answer to that question. And the short answer is because NECHE says we have to, right? If we're going to grant degrees and we're going to give financial aid, then NECHE says we have to do this. But I also think this is, it's a real opportunity for us. This comes at an opportune time. We don't know where we're going, but as we discover who we'll become, the only people who can testify to who we've been is us. We are the only people who can tell our story. So I hope that you'll please join us in sharing your testimony, telling us what you have done over these last 10 years, especially if we leave something out of the report, so that we, as the team writing this thing, can create a lasting testament to what has been our mutual labor here at Middlesex Community College. Thank you very much, and I look forward to working with you on this project this year.
Thank you, Terry, and thanks to my colleagues who gave you updates this morning in today's edition of MxCC in the Loop Fall 2021 Preview. I just want to draw your attention to a couple of quick things and ways that you can become more involved in what's happening here at the college. First, as you've already heard, is the work that we're doing on our NECHE Self-Study. Second, look for news about the grand opening of our Advanced Manufacturing Injection Molding Plastics Lab at Vinyl Technical High School as we build out our ability to provide advanced level training in the manufacturing industry in this area. Third, look for information about a special event we're working on together with Wesleyan University to bring Jeff Biggers, an environmental storyteller, to really rekindle our commitment to environmental stewardship and sustainability on our campus. Fourth, look at ways to become more involved in our community, the community around us. Your cabinet's out there, and we need you to be out there to be the face and the voice for Middlesex Community College, which leads me to the fifth and final thing that you need to be paying attention to this fall, which is working with us to get a lot more traction on the campus master plan. These are those new buildings and the renovations to buildings that we introduced to you way back in January 2020 that needs to have more traction now for the future of our college and for the success of our students. Thanks to all of you for watching and listening today, and I wish you all a successful fall semester.